Honestly, anime conventions feel more like expensive excuses to dress up and hang out with friends than the unforgettable events they used to be. Now, programming stagnates, prices rise, and the crowds just keep getting bigger. But I just went to Metrocon, where I had the honor of being a guest and a judge for one of their several cosplay contests. So I got an inside look on how they treat their cosplay guests, competitors, and staff. And the difference is shocking. But the journey there wasn't easy. Because though we had an expert engineer to explain the problem,
Tampa wet, plane can't fly,
and to introduce to Phoebe,
bird large, amaze.
plane delays turned into rush hour traffic, which led to no time for dinner.
Wow, it's the same exact room from last year. It fully is the same, literally same room. And proven with the view, because it's a great one. Okay, actually, I don't remember this, unless this is new. This is sociopath behavior right here, Miss Thing.
What do you mean?
Who does this?
Technically, our only real requirement today was to attend the cosplay guest reception at 7. But I also really needed to unpack and unwrinkle my cosplay tonight because I signed myself up for a Friday morning 7 a.m. photo shoot. And my new cosplay is made entirely of linen and cotton, so it really needed to be steamed. And that meant there wasn't enough time for dinner. But we knew the reception would have snacks to hold us over. So we headed into the mysterious and still scented hallway.
It's already smelling like hot glue. I guess it just... I don't think it smells like hot glue. I think it smells like hot glue.
That took us to the cosplay guest green room where our souls were fed by the insanely amazing creations of Cosplay Crochet Chaos, who made a strawberry Miku for me and some kind of Minecraft thing for Haley. But unfortunately, our stomachs had to keep waiting because while the reception was wonderful and did have snacks, you know the thing where nobody wants to be the first person to get the snacks? So that nobody opens the snacks. And you just have to sit there, having not eaten since breakfast, staring at the Publix cookies on the table while the staff tells you important information about the weekend, but all you can think about is Publix cookie. Eventually, Pins passed the cookies out, which got me through. But as soon as the reception was over, we got out of those back rooms and into the night, down the palm tree-lined road to the Emerald City, where we walked up to the deli counter and the man said, "We're out of bread." But then he said, "Oh wait, I have Cuban bread."
Oops. Welcome to Florida, where you walk outside and your glasses fog up, but to be fair, this happens in Georgia when I get out of my car. It just looks like it's a lettuce sandwich. There's chicken tenders in there.
And with that, I used a water bottle as a wig head and got ready to wake up at 5 a.m.
Do it for her. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit on the thing.
The only real reason I chose to do a photo shoot this early was that I really wanted to get photos of my new cosplay, and I waited too long to book a photographer, and this was the only slot that made sense for how many guest duties I had this weekend. But it also meant we might be able to take advantage of the sunrise, or so I hoped.
Nearly full face of makeup. Completely dark outside.
All of this was also why I gave myself 2 hours to get ready, because this thing has a lot of layers.
6:50. Perfect.
I got everything on, and we made our way across the street.
I'm just a little sewing girl in the big world for the first time.
And over to the Marriott, where we met up with Tight Photography, who is this year's cosplay photographer guest. She took us out to the Riverwalk, where I got to entertain the runners, bikers, and dog walkers of Tampa Bay by being a strange person all dressed up before most people have even had their coffee. But that early rise was worth it, because the sun wasn't just out, he was a paid actor. And so were all the dogs. You might think a shoot this early would also help with the Florida heat, but no.
Do I look like I'm melting? Because I feel like I'm melting. POV, I'm sewing you. It's POV, you're being whip stitched.
So, unless you've seen my video from a few years ago about the obscure source of the most difficult cosplays, you probably have no idea what this cosplay is. It's based on an illustration by the independent Japanese watercolor artist known as Sakizo Illustrations. She's renowned for these insanely intricate designs covered in embellishments, ruffles, and lace. Her inspirations range from fashions of history to modern Japanese fashion movements. I've actually made 2 of her designs before, but at the end of June, she posted this image. I saw these girls with their thimble hats, their sewing pin and ruler border prints, their giant scissors, and their lace spools just begging to be made into a bag, and I hit the ground running on this project. I chronicled every little detail of its creation, from patterning the scissors to the failures of my spool purse, on my second channel, Sarah's Spaceman Surplus, but please don't complain to me that I took Bikini Bottom and moved it somewhere else, because I have a video in the works for this channel too. Surplus, as the name suggests, is where you can get all the details, a surplus of information, if you will. So check it out if you want to hear about the totally tubular, bisected, angled, mitered corner method of patterning props. It's a great name. It doesn't need any workshopping at all. It's perfect. Real quick though, I have to thank today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. I have had this FlexiSpot E7 standing desk for over a year now, and I am still finding new ways to take full advantage of its adjustable height. For this project, I hung the dress up and raised it for the perfect height to embroider on, but I also just upgraded my ironing table to the newest version of the E7 Pro. I don't typically sit down to iron, so anytime I had a project that involved a lot of pressing, I'd end up with some back pain because I was hunching over, but now, oh, I can put this thing exactly where I need it. Putting the desk together is also a breeze. I was able to do it all by myself in under an hour.
And now you can get the E7 Pro with additional cable management features.
And I legitimately, this is gonna sound ridiculous, cannot understate how life-changing this C7 Max chair has been. Hold on. I was sitting in a chair that was probably 15 to 20 years old, that was just an office chair from my parents' house, and it led to me working less because I was literally uncomfortable sitting in the space that I work in. But now, this chair is so comfortable. Everything adjusts. I've fully never seen an armrest that move as much as these. I typically take the armrests off of office chairs for the sake of being able to sit cross-legged, but no, I can have both now. But also, the headrest moves, it's got lumbar support, the seat depth can move, and on the rare occasion I get to sit here and play video games, I deploy the footrest, and I enjoy it to its fullest. Also, anytime I'm not in this chair, it becomes Miss Kitty's. You might also want to check out the C5 chair for great build quality at a budget-friendly price, or the C7 Morpher, which gets you an upgrade on the lumbar support and an upper backrest. Plus, they come with a 30-day return policy for a risk-free trial and a 10-year warranty with direct replacement for damaged parts. So, if you're ready to upgrade, use the link in the description, click on the card on the screen, or use my code C750 for $50 off.
Also, FlexiSpot is having its 10th anniversary day sale and Labor Day sale now, and there's free orders available.
I was today years old when I realized that it has a USB port, and now the new one has a USB-C port!
And with many pretty pictures taken, it was time to de-dress and be scandalous in petticoats.
Breakfast time! Breakfast! Eat food!
To avoid getting the impeccably cooked,
It's fucking raw!
free embassy breakfast on my cosplay.
Is that raw?
I don't know what's wrong with this one.
This one is fine, except that it's banana nut, and I'm not. I meant to do this earlier, because we're in Florida. I have armpit protectors. They are sticky maxi pads for your armpit. This can be washed, but I'd have to do so in a bucket, not wash the skirt, just wash the top. Do I want to do that? No. Give her a little maxi pad so that I can be as sweaty as I want and be carefree. Ooh, I did it. I got it over my head.
Did you get it?
I got it over my head with the wig and the hat on. Let's go.
Amanda and I got a rock.
And we're hard as a rock.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready to get outshined by a rock.
And outshined we were as we walked up to see the giant line for security. Now, I do like that Metrocon has security, and I did wait in that line a couple times last year. It's not that bad. However, what I didn't know last year was I actually don't have to wait in that line at all because I'm a guest.
All access means they don't even check my bag.
Nobody even has, well, I guess they might not even know that's a bag.
But it was time to get my booth set up in this year's brand new to Metrocon Cosplay Central, an entire ballroom of cosplay displays really cool photo sets that I never got to use or get a shot of because it was crowded over there all weekend. All we really had to do was throw down a tablecloth, so we mostly just looked at the beautiful cosplays on display.
More than best.
He was best novice, but he wasn't best in show in this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't
Would
know
you
if we
flip that again? I don't want to touch it, but you're the curator. The curator flipping seams for me. Let's go.
Look how the cod piece beaded.
The cot. Wait, it has a cot. What? That's a cod piece.
Yeah.
Rocky, friend, Rocky, good. Rocky, big question.
But it wasn't long until we were off again to wait in the wings for opening ceremonies. Backstage, I learned my spool purse clasp isn't super reliable. But eventually, opening ceremonies started up and Rocky took the stage.
Hello, Metrocon. Ready? Good convention question? Welcome, director cosplay, Sammy. Heather, dog. Dog named Donut statement. Donut work hard, cheer for Donut. Many cosplay guests. Amaze.
I'm gonna have so many reasons to gush about all of the amazing cosplay guests later, so for now, I'll just tell you the very important information I learned right after opening ceremonies.
Also confirmed, I can in fact pee with the scissors on.
But with that, we were right back into Cosplay Central to start up the booth and get ready to raise some money for, once again, the Campaign for Southern Equality. So this is the now third time I've run a booth to donate the proceeds to CSE, but this was the first time I was joined by my fellow cosplay guests because Twin Fools, Storyteller Cosplay, Toxycat, Sarah Spooky Stitch, and Cassandra Cosplay all pledged to donate some or even all of their booth proceeds to CSE. And to top it off, the con itself pledged to match our combined donations up to $1,000. So this was all incredible.
Just Ken, and that's enough. He's good at stuff. They're both Ken, but they're not. But they're Ryan Gosling.
But with that, I got my shoes back on and headed to a very exciting panel. History's Fashionable Wins by Pin Snip Cosplay. Pin seemed to think I just came here to support my friends, but I legitimately wanted to hear about history things. But you wouldn't know that from looking at me, because the panel took a strange turn when Cosplay Crochet Chaos sat with us, who I will now just refer to as G, because that is their name. Anyway, they carry around yarn, because of course they do. So this turned into me trying to remember how to knit with the needles I had in my hair.
I am Pins. I have over a decade of experience. I've done reenacting anywhere from the Viking Age all the way up to the Renaissance.
I was absolutely flabbergasted that my hands remembered how to cast on, but then I couldn't quite remember how to do the actual knitting part, so I gave up. Anyway, the panel was really good. They may be my friends, but they are also super knowledgeable about this kind of stuff. Their specialties are like medieval old-timey times, back when fabric usage was min-maxed to use every little bit without waste or scraps, and how we can take advantage of those techniques today and use them in our own cosplay.
But you're just like Hexagon. The crochet master.
And at the end, I acquired what I guess is just a Metrocon tradition now. Another potato from Kroniki, this time individually wrapped, assumedly because they didn't expect me to eat the last one. But with that, it was time for my first visit, and one of my only visits, to the dealer's room.
You want a picture together? Oh my god. He's so big! Oh, enter the Gungeon! I love your cosplays! I'm going straight to Sakura signatures. There's a guy playing the saxophone. There's a giant buggy.
So, at this past hall map, I came across the Sakura Signatures booth. A husband and wife pair selling their own custom designed and 3D printed, absolutely adorable fidget toys. They design, model, and presumably print all of these themselves. I bought a few at Hallmat, and I adore them, but I really wanted to get my hands on a few new ones. But as I picked out my new toys, they recognized me and had seen me gush over them in my Hallmat video, and they overwhelmed me with love because apparently you overwhelmed them with orders.
They wouldn't let me pay. They gave them to me. because they said I got them a bunch of orders, and so you have to go buy from them. Giant buggy.
And then I went by the otaku vending booth and
They tried to give me free coins. What? You guys?
and I just got really overwhelmed with love, and I had to go talk to myself in the green room.
2 different vendors wanted to let me not pay because they like my stuff. But no, let me support you. So you have to buy from Sakura Signatures. I got otaku vending to take my money. I need to chill on that couch and eat that bag of chips right there. There's just people on stilts. Not sure why.
Well, the people on stilts were actually waiting to attend my panel, which almost ended in disaster again.
Uh-oh. We're locked out. And there's a line. The laptop has my panel, but we don't know how to get into it. And it's very old.
Biggest issue was that the owner of the laptop, Sriracha, was at the moment in tech rehearsals for the fire show. So Magda had to run to main event.
We've got it. We couldn't get into the laptop.
The doors opened, and I got to do my panel with slides this year.
Hello. Welcome to Con Vlogging 101.
I hadn't actually done this panel before, so I wasn't sure how helpful me going on a rant about authentic documentation and not disturbing the peace around you was for people who wanted to start vlogging, so I'm curious to know if you happen to go. What did you think? I do think my motivational speech is pretty good.
Your humor, your interests, and your perspectives will resonate with someone out there more than anyone else's. So your story is worth telling. So go forth and tell your stories, because those who tell the stories will win. Thank you.
But then, Lassie took us through the secret tunnel to collect my scissors and finally cut myself free from wearing cosplay.
No more scissors.
No more apron. Hang apron up.
No more wig.
Oh. See? They help. Because now I can't get my wig on.
And I can't knit either.
I learned that today.
Refueled and de-cosplayed. She's wet.
I went down for what ended up being my last time entering the dealer's room. Yeah, I never got to go again because I was so busy. But here's my speed run. I got these blood spatter bows from the Iced Out Gems booth, a Witch Hat Atelier writing pad from Mango Peach & Co. I checked out the regular sized cars, the small cars, and the idle stage. And in the back, I met my first VTuber who apparently lives in New York and claims that it's very humid there. And I didn't have the heart to tell her, really adopted the humidity. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see dry air until I was already a spaceman. This is a bit. You should go follow this VTuber. She was very nice.
What kind of food trucks are here this year? Barbecue? Chicken? Sliders? I think they were here last year. I wanna walk. Hi, Magda. What? Where are those from? The boba. They buck boba bucket.
I ended up getting the Eggman from I Wanna Walk, which sounds crazy, but it was so good.
It's just a bowl of like things that taste good that you wouldn't normally put together, but all together they're good.
Somehow, the day was still not over because even though the sun had set, it wasn't yet time to watch Rocky sleep because we were going to attempt to stay up late enough for the reward of witnessing the 10:30 Elden Ring themed fire show. But passing the time was easy when you spend a few hours with your friends destroying the green room with RC cars.
The drifting on that is crazy.
Wait, yeah, use the folder.
Wait. Good idea.
He has to line up the shot first.
Yes.
Oh! Whoa. Yeah, that was rad. Oh, the style. There it goes. Oh, incredible. Can you use that as a ramp?
Oh.
Wow.
It's going.
Oh! Delivery. Oh, no. Oh, I saw them walking around. Your face! The knocking into everything.
Amazing.
Incredible.
I don't know how to drive.
I don't know how to drive. Does a million donuts.
Yeah, because you want to know why? Because I just have to hold it down and then it...
There's a K truck? Wait, there's a bigger one? Whoa.
I feel like I'm in the back rooms. It's just getting bigger.
We are in the back rooms.
Ah!
I see another world.
I'm trying to make Sarah parallel park between these two phones.
Okay, that's not working. Okay.
The first attempt ended in a nursing home on fire.
Parked in the lobby of a senior living facility.
Oh, you hit the car.
Wait, lads, she's got it.
If I was driving behind you and watching you parallel park, I'd be pissed.
Wait.
No!
Everyone also claims that Pins managed to do it when I went to the bathroom, but it was not caught on camera, and so we do not have proof. And you get to decide down below in the comments if you think Pins did it, or if you think they just put it there to mess with me. Anyway, it was finally time to get seated for the fire show, but because Metrocon runs on Metrocon time, everything, specifically main events, is always a little late. But as it started to approach 11 o'clock, and especially when they do the fire show on 2 different nights, we accepted our RC car fun times as our reward for staying up and finally watched Rocky sleep. I was ecstatic to wake up at a very normal 7 a.m., get my free breakfast, get into my goofy little Ren Fair outfit because it's comfy.
Good morning, bird. Good morning, Metrocon. It's time to look at pretty cosplays.
And go down to my home for the day, the prejudging room, where I'd be part of deciding who would win the craftsmanship contest. Also, Donut got released from her work for a moment and got to be a dog.
Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, you want the butt scratch.
Yeah. Anyway, let me tell you about my other amazing judges and the wide variety of talent brought on to judge this year's contest. Storyteller Cosplay is such a master of resin casting that she has an entire business around selling gorgeous resin horns. Jazz the Bat is known for cosplays with so much detail that you could stare at them for hours and still find a new thing to look at. Fellow Sarah Spooky Stitch, with her 21 years of experience, is an absolute patterning genius to the point where she can make giant, incredible mascot costumes. And Toxicat has a BFA in costume design and studied at the School of Historical Dress and the Globe Theatre in London. Are you kidding me? And with all of this incredible talent gathered, plus me, it was time for the most exciting part of the con. The part where I got to look at 40 handmade cosplays and hear all about how they were made. Metrocon actually has 5 cosplay contests throughout the weekend, with this one being solely based on the craftsmanship of the cosplay itself. Prejudging at Metro is private to the point that our notes get shredded. So Haley heckled people outside for close-ups for me to gush about, and boy, do I have some gushing to do. So Jade Hime's Patisserie Peach was the first cosplay we saw that day, and she set a high bar for cleanliness. That skirt is custom printed and pattern matched, meaning the seam is basically completely hidden. But another thing we look for is technical difficulty, like Sydney's insane amount of timbre embroidery, a skill I've not been able to even try without wanting to throw a hook across the room. Or the so unbelievable I thought they were printed precision of these hand-painted stripes, or all of this stunning beading.
Hello, Sarah. I've stolen your camera. I don't know if this is like portrait mode or tell.
No, we're long ways. Like, Mom.
We also judge on the variety of techniques used. So builds like Eve Talisman's Baldur's Gate set with its amazingly detailed armor and hand-embroidered cape, or Nezumi Creations and her snake bow with seams so flush you'd never notice them. Builds like this really stand out for the sheer amount of techniques used for them. Oh, but we also had not one, but 2 amazing crocheted Mikus. Look at the 2 amazing Mikus made by hook alone, and 2 completely handmade yarn wigs. Both of them show how many different techniques can come from even just the same material. That's the kind of thing we're looking at. Did you embroider a love letter to the source material on the back of your jacket, or even custom make soles for your shoes? Stuff like that is amazing. But one of the things I always want to know is how much patterning did the person do? Because that tells me how much problem solving and puzzle piecing they had to figure out on their own. As you can probably tell, we had some big decisions to make, but I will give you a little half-baked view of what prejudging is like.
Okay, I'm gonna flip your seams. What are these buttons?
So
What are they made of?
These buttons are made out of Sculpey oven baked clay, and it's actually in 2 layers. So I did the design in the oven first, and then did the back dome section, and then I put some.
Wait, our Publix is here. Hurry, hurry! Did you make these pants?
I did.
Does that fly function?
Yes.
Oh my god, let me flip over this pants. This jacket's very well made.
Okay, that's not a super accurate depiction because I got very distracted by our lunch. But we flip over seams to see how they're finished because, yeah, we'll be impressed with intricate details, but the basics are important too. I shouldn't be able to find any raw edges of fabric in a competition build unless the piece is supposed to be in tatters. That's what the process is for. It's to gather all the information that you'd never be able to see from the stage. These contests are won and lost here in prejudging, and the winners are chosen after the judges get their pub subs. And I just gotta say, this was the best experience I've had in deliberations. Like, I cannot express how much I enjoyed working with this group of judges and how much we all, I think, appreciated the support of the staff. We had a few varying opinions, but each of us was able to back up those differences with logical reasons. Not every one of my pitches came to pass, but expertise of my fellow judges emboldened me to agree with theirs. And I hope I did the same for them. Though there was one thing that didn't sit right with any of us. This judging session led to all of us no longer understanding what you'd think would be a basic tenet of cosplay. Because we could no longer answer the question, what is a wig? Is a wig something that goes on your head? Or is it something made of fiber? Like, surely this is a wig, but is this a wig? It's not made of fiber, but it's on their head. Is this a wig? It's made of fiber, but it's not on their head. Is this a wig? It's made of yarn, but that's fiber, right? But are you a wig? Am I a wig?
What's a wig?
I love y'all, thank you. Now, having lost a basic tenet of cosplay, I made my way back. Enough time to get back into Choco.
For free?
For free.
For free, it's Bilbo. This has been the feet of who's been recording all that footage. That's what their feet have looked like, in case you were wondering.
The whole weekend.
See if we can spot the saxophone man. Can you see him? I hear him. It sounds like he's coming from that way. Oh, I see him. There he is. There's the guy playing the saxophone. It's a different guy, though. Jesus Man is back, but he's being drowned out by Saxophone Man.
And wait for the contest to start because it got affected by Metrocon time. There's just usually a compounding delay with main events, but eventually we were seated to watch the show at the judging table, and some incredible MCs took the stage to welcome us to
Metrocon Craftsmanship Contest!
They introduced us, even though our jobs were completely over now because all of the winners were chosen over pub subs. So we just got to watch these incredibly talented cosplayers have their moment in the sun. A really nice thing that I think kind of happened accidentally was that for the sake of pronouncing character names correctly, Pins and Snip had spoken to all of the contestants before the stage show. But that also meant they had a chance to learn enough about the cosplays to have construction facts to share as they took the stage. Is that a wig? I don't know. All of those are pockets. All of what that is? That is a wig.
Did you know there's a PVC pipe running all throughout that store?
The stage walk itself, at Metrocon at least, has literally no bearing on winning. But there are still some things I love to compliment about a stage walk, particularly if something goes wrong and you just go with it, like Cake.Gift did.
That was supposed to happen. Yeah, it's magnetic! That's part of the bit!
But really, this walk should just be a moment to show off the cosplay. Do a twirl, show the lining of a coat, pretend to fight each other, show everyone your smoking severed head. And with all the walk-ons done, because we all knew the winners already, the contest gets to go right into awards. We were sent up on stage to reveal our Judges Award.
So for my Judges Award, I chose an amazing cosplay with a crazy amount of variety of techniques, specifically a very, very nice tiny little satin stitch done in metallic thread and mine goes to Lua Lux as Queen Zelda from The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors.
But I would also like to make it known that the cosplay that was almost my judges was the Blue Crochet Miku. I loved Red Crochet Miku too, but when Blue Crochet Miku walked into the room, we actually had no idea that it was crochet until they got up to us. The wig almost was best wig, but once again, we couldn't figure out what a wig was anymore. Mostly because our winner of best prop was also almost best wig, but we decided that it was a prop and not a wig, but that we loved it and that it should be awarded, but that Tinker Lauren's perfectly pointed and crisp spikes were the most intricate and well-executed wig work of the entire competition, and that this definitely, absolutely, without question, was a wig. Anyway, because of the delay, we judges didn't get to say anything about why each of the cosplays won, so I was just standing off to the side, saying what I would have liked to say to the audience and to my own mic.
Craftsmanship contests are often a memory test for judges, but this cosplay stayed in our heads all day and could not be forgotten. The audience could be hearing this right now. Bumped from novice to journeyman, because so good.
Next is Best Master.
Hotly debated. Definitely most hotly debated. Hotly debated, and no one knew the name of this character. Still don't.
I certainly won't hear it now.
No, we will never know it.
Yeah, you can't hear anything on stage.
Best Master goes to Nezumi Creations as Oko with Goban from Hozuki's Cool Head.
AKA Snake Lady.
The shoes. The snakes. The cat.
And Best in Show for the 2026 Cosplay Craftsmanship Competition goes to Eve Tellerman as Zelda.
These winners were amazing, but there were also so many cosplays in this contest that absolutely deserved to be up here too. There just were not enough awards.
We're down on our knees.
Why'd I do this?
I know, this hurts. My feet hurt. We're not, yeah, we're down. We live here now. My arms are stuck like this. We're frozen. We're never moving. Oh my God. Okay, we'll stand up together. We'll do it together. We're in this together. We did it, 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 we did it.
Anyway, the contest was still not over yet because it was time for the craftsmanship contest feedback panel. Not enough cons do this, but I think it's the most important part because basically people got to come in one by one and we the judges got to tell them why they placed where they did and how they could improve. For so many of them, all we had to say was, well, you were completely perfect, but I would have loved to seen a satin stitch here, a different kind of structure here, but it was mostly drinking boba and gassing people up. Like, it legitimately felt like everyone left either beaming with excitement over their achievements and knowing exactly how to get better, or sobbing in a, oh my God, I'm so happy you love my cosplay kind of way. It really felt like we were getting a chance to mentor these competitors. Like, where else in the world are you supposed to learn how to be better at this specific craft that requires such a wide variety of skill sets? This is the thing I believe in most with cosplay contests. This is why I care so much about them. They are the only avenue cosplayers have to get critiqued. And the best way to improve as an artist is to get critiqued by your peers. Every single contest should have a feedback panel, and every judge should be able to kindly articulate constructive feedback, and that is a hill I'm willing to die on.
That was so silly.
What is the, oh.
This.
Oh my God.
Like this?
A live demonstration.
You actually died.
I was like, let's get a video. It must be done. And then oh no.
Actually trip and fall. You know what? I didn't break any buttons.
That's good. That's good.
Now for real. We did it!
So with the contest finally done and the sun completely down, it was time for a very late dinner before watching Rocky get to watch the fire show! With no energy left, we made it down there, and though it was late again tonight, that just made it all the more exciting when Sriracha, a safety, started her great duty of...
Sriracha's wedding thing.
Wet that towel!
Wet that towel!
finally got to witness the Elden Ring themed Metrocon fire show, and it was absolutely worth it. Fire batons, fire fans, fire scythes, representations of incredibly complex familial relationships that only George could come up with. Also, none of my friends have played Elden Ring, so I was commentating the entire time, and that apparently enhanced the experience for Pins.
Why they have them both dancing with the fans? Because they're the same person.
That's okay. Okay. So what's the end?
When Radigan left Renala and went back to America, he left her with her amber egg with the rune of the unborn.
One of the interesting things about this show is you actually have the option of sitting on the floor to be closest, which was worth for the view, but at our age was not a good idea.
My butt is asleep. My foot is asleep. I've never felt my hips feel this weird. Worth seeing. Sitting on the floor is crazy.
Sunday was my only late rising day, so I enjoyed my last free breakfast and caught Metro on the local news. But Tampa Bay seemed to want to throw off my plans for a second photo shoot.
The rain is going sideways! Oh no! Serenity's gonna be wet.
So lucky for me, the plan was to meet Tight Photography down at the piano in my never-before debuted 6-year-old Princess Serenity cosplay. I made this thing back in 2020 when some white fabric and a bunch of leftover beads were a desperately needed thing to do while sitting in Zoom meetings. And while the beading I did on her is lovely, this is not well made, in the sense that it is not the comfort level standards that I hold for costumes I make for myself now. Earlier this year, I broke her out of poorly made old cosplay jail because I realized it would be really funny to wear her for my Bridgerton video. And that inspired me to not only cover how I made her using old photos, but to also make a new wig that could survive a suitcase. Both of which, again, you can find on Sarah's Spaceman Surplus.
This cosplay doesn't have any pockets, and it almost seemed like it was gonna be a very almost always boob day until we like retied the back. The corset back is the craziest thing ever. It should not be. It should not exist the way it is. This cosplay has no right to be staying on my body with what's going on in the back. Synthetics are terrible. I was such a dull bridal satin fan for so long. Never again. Never. Never in Florida, never again.
But everyone keeps telling me I'm really pretty, so my cosplay is good.
It was time for our last round at the booth. So this is the part where I tell you how much we raised for the campaign for Southern Equality, and I actually feel really bad because for several reasons, my booth didn't make as much money as it has in the past. Because of craftsmanship, I wasn't able to do the booth hours on Saturday, and that's typically the best day of the con, so my booth alone only raised $282. And I felt really bad about not boothing on Saturday, so I doubled it. But then also combined with Twin Fools, Toxie Cat, Sarah Spooky Stitch, Storyteller cosplay, and Cassandra cosplay, plus the match from the con itself, our grand total for charity was $2,684.05. But my final round at the booth was fun. I was given a cosplay zine, which you can support with this QR code, and Red Crochet Miku came by in her Bowsette ball gown and with a very cool handy cam. And I got to see Yurei Creative in their new Harajuku chopper, and I got to show them the picture of me with Harajuku chopper, which you will see in one of my 5 Japan vlogs that I haven't finished yet because I wanted to make Chaco for this con, but I'm working on them, and maybe it's the future now, and here's the playlist. Anyway, it was now time for my hardest task of the weekend, the thing I wanted to excel at the most, but the thing that takes the most brain power, energy, quick wit, and personality, which I was quickly running out of as I was about to host the Metrocon Cosplay Championship, the combination craftsmanship and performance contest. Hosting is still pretty scary to me. Like, I got to do it last year. I certainly wasn't cringe, and that's kind of the bar for cosplay contests, but last year, I did the performance showcase, which is on Friday of the convention, back when I had plenty of gas in the tank. So now, my only hope was that if I walked out there and yelled that first line with all I had left, that the yelling of the crowd would give me the energy to put the pedal to the metal. I had
have no idea how I went from literally not being able to tell Haley what I wanted her to film as she went to go sit down to being this lady.
Specializing in cosplay makeup, performance, and design, Cassandra hopes to inspire and educate cosplayers on how cosplay can be an attainable and accessible for everyone.
Anyway, that's enough about me. These skits were great. I could only see them from the side, but I knew exactly what was going on for Guilty Pulse's skit. There was also stunning fight choreography, beautiful frilly dresses, very cool dragon puppet fan. What do you call this? A ribbon? There were also bubbles, which I didn't fully see until I walked out there. So we were trying to figure out how this started. The first time I heard it was at Metrocon last year, but for some reason the get your props on and off the stage time has become yippee time. Look what you did! Which I love so much because it's this kind of quiet showing of support to the people who are about to take the stage. Like, we're so excited to see you.
Let me tell you, I've never been more terrified of a desk coming at me at such high speeds.
Since the championship is also judged on the performance, the show requires a halftime show to allow the judges to make their decisions, and this year, they had a great one.
We have something very special. For the first time ever, the MCC is being blessed by a drag show halftime show!
Please let me influence you into supporting them so that they can do more shows like this because they're amazing and they kept everyone in their seats excited and ready to see the awards.
As the saying goes, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you walk away.
The championship also only has 4 awards. It used to be 3, but now there's a Best Performance Award. But every award has a ton of prizes, so Atlas and I were tasked with reading out the giant list of them.
Our Best in Show receives, are you ready? It's the longest list. An acrylic plaque, a letter sign, a $300 cash prize, 2 Metrocon 27 weekend passes, 3 pairs, 3 of Boko Queen contacts, a TG 1600 Pro Plus iron, an ironing board cover, a $50 of Blick art materials, a $100 cut sew gift card, a $75 Amore gift card, that's a lot of scissors, a CL800F 60-watt high-temperature full-size cordless corded hot glue gun, a 20-pack of cosplay sticks, a bunch of glue sticks, a whole bunch of really cool glue sticks. They are really good glue sticks, but there's a large silicone non-stick glue gun pad, a dream duffel bag, patch, and a $20 gift card to the 5 Wits. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Our 2026 Metrocon Cosplay Championship Best in Show goes to Guilty Pulse. Thank you so much for joining us this year at Metrocon. We hope to see you at closing ceremonies, but if not, we hope to see you next year. Thank you so much, and give us another yippee for this wonderful group of cosplayers.
Thankfully, there's only a single duty left, continuing the tradition of the cosplay guest heart train.
Dog.
But with that, us cosplay guests got our family photos.
What I used to know.
A big giant selfie. An incredible photobomb by a security guy. We said goodbye to Cosplay Central, and I finally get to show you why this cosplay is pretty, but it's actually really terrible.
If you've ever wondered why you avoid bulk, all this crazy happening right here where this bone is, huh? You know why you avoid this?
Look at that. And it's painful. This is why. Just because
Everyone tells you you're beautiful. It doesn't necessarily mean your cosplay is good, because if your cosplay hurts you, then it is bad.
I genuinely think Metrocon is serving as an
excellent way to nurture the next generation of cosplay makers and performers. And I feel like I have to clarify that you can't pay me to say that kind of thing. I'm legitimately willing to risk reputational harm to warn people that a cosplay contest is bad, okay? The worst thing about Metrocon is that main events is always late, but if you go in knowing that, you'll have a great time. It's a place where cosplayers can be inspired, learn, or take the spotlight themselves, where traditions appear and withstand. Everyone wants to be there in a way you just don't see anymore. But I don't know that I want to guest at Metrocon next year. I mean, I'd really love to come back and host because I had so many people tell me I did good, but it's been 2 years and I've still never seen the LARP dungeon. I want to take my husband dancing at the masquerade. I want to spend more than 20 minutes in the dealer's room and not have to wake up at 5 a.m. What I want to do next year is attend Metrocon. I'm willing to give up all access as long as I can still get my potato.
The biggest thank you to my newest big support tier patrons: Shandrick, Sarcastic Potatoes, Animal Plant Lover, Lofa Bear, Bailey, Tamara, Cold Dawn, Cade Cosplays, and Ava. Thanks for watching. Bye.